first Friday of the month, and that means Feng Shui card readings.
Ooh, good morning, Barb. Good morning. Yes, and Sandra, we already have you down
Oh, Sandra,
that you want a card reading.
okay.
And who else wants
There it
one?
is. I'm like, where's my card deck? Because, as always, our topic, the cards that we're pulling for the first Friday of the month Oracle card reading are from the deck, Personal Paradise card deck, Tara Catherine
Mhm.
Collins,
Mhm.
Feng Shui. This deck, we have been using this deck for just about 3 years. Did you know that? We're coming up to 3 years of doing this. Wow. No, I just shake my head and think, wow, 3 years already. Anyway, so who
Okay,
else put their hand up for a card reading?
Catherine. Catherine said yes, please.
Eh,
Mm-hmm.
We have Sandra and Catherine.
Yep, so far. I don't know, one other person. Oh, Janet would like one too. There we got 3 people.
All right.
That's probably all the time we'll have, right?
Shh. I went to pick up my
Oh,
deck and it
Barb
just went,
wants one too. Okay, so you know what? I'll do Sandra and Barb, and you can do Catherine and Janet. How's that?
sure.
We'll see what happens. I'm sure we have time. You know, time is relative. We can manipulate time, so we have plenty of time to do 4 readings. There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go. Just depends on how much you
Ah,
talk about each one.
yeah, so let's see. What is it that Sandra needs to know today? Probably nothing. I mean, she's hanging out in the beautiful sunshine spot. Uh, no, I shouldn't say
Oh,
that.
wow. Okay. Got the first one
I get,
flying out for Catherine.
oh, there went one. So yeah, tell us, everybody, Happy New Year. Are you feeling good about the new year? Type in the chat. Are you feeling good about 2024? Have you got some plans laid out? Who's joining us for our vision quest? That's going to be amazing.
We're
Oh,
just starting 21-day decluttering program. Actually, our
yes, we did.
first
So
class was last night, so there's still time
any,
to sign up for that.
absolutely. Oh, this is good. This is good, Sandra. Okay. Uh, House clearing and blessing, directional sleeping, and knowledge and self-cultivation. These
So you got
glasses are
3
kind of
cards for
weird.
Sandra.
If you see me doing this up and down, it's because the glasses they're kind of heavy. They have batteries in them.
Give me the
I'm
numbers of
not
those.
I'm not used to wearing heavy glasses.
What are the numbers for those cards,
Okay,
Anita?
yeah, I'm gonna write them down. House clearing, 43, directional sleeping, 36, and knowledge and self-cultivation, 53. Okay. House blessings, directional sleeping,
You know what? Individually, they total a 7, an 8, and a 9.
7, 8,
You're doing
9.
you're doing
Oh,
all 3 for Sandra, and we're gonna have time for 4 people.
yeah, we are. We're
Okay.
stretching time today.
Okay.
Okay, so Sandra, I know why these 3 cards came up for you today because we know you personally, and we happen to know that you are not at your home. You are in a home away from home, and I believe you're there for a couple of months. So this is perfect because quite often we forget about that when we're traveling. Those spaces, those places, whether it's a hotel, whether it's a condo, an Airbnb, something like that, we have to remember that other people have left their energy in that space. And maybe it's been good, and maybe it hasn't been so good. So always a great reminder to do a space clearing when you're moving into somebody else's, like your temporary home, right? And I know that you had a little bit of hecticness, we'll call it, traveling to get to where you're at. And so then you're bringing some of that energy into the space as well. And you want to set the intention, the clear intention that this home away from home is going to support you and love you and all of those things. So, suggestion to do a space clearing in that space. And how can you do that when you're away from home? You can literally do it with your words by, doing a mantra and just walking around in a clockwise direction, to all the spaces in that place. You can do it by burning some incense or sage. You can, if you have some chimes or something with you, maybe you have a tuning fork or something like that. But again, really, really important to shift the energy in that space and, try and infuse your own energy in there. And then again, directional sleeping, because you were, in that home away from home, you may have to, if you find, in the past week that you haven't been sleeping very well, that maybe you need to change the position of the bed. And I actually had to do this last year. We were away in a home away from home for over a month. And yeah, we moved some furniture. We moved some furniture around because it was not conducive to being in a command position. It wasn't conducive to how I normally sleep. And just making those subtle shifts makes a huge, huge difference in how you sleep. And again, if you wanted to, share with us some pictures or something, Sandra, we're more than happy to give you, a little bit more insight on that. And then the other card that came up was knowledge and self-cultivation. What a beautiful, perfect card for you, because as you're in that space, that home, away from home, you have an opportunity to grow and expand and cultivate inner peace, cultivate, maybe there's a new yoga practice, maybe there's something in that new community that's calling you to explore a new healing modality. Maybe it's just, going for a walk every day on the beach and doing something different. But it's definitely, this is your time. You are definitely in the right place because you're going to be growing. You're going to be assimilating some new information, and that's going to serve you into the new year. So, okay, that's it. And while I get ready for Barb, Cheryl's going to do Catherine and Janet.
Dearest, we are. Do is not quite the term we would use, however, but we are going to reference a few cards for both of the ladies. And to start off with, for Catherine, we have the number 6 card lighting, the number 30 card bedrooms, and the number 40 card windows and doors. So it's an interesting combination, but it all boils down to one. We're going to look at that bedroom and what kind of condition is the lighting in. Now, this could be any number of bedrooms in your home, dearest Catherine, but the most significant bedroom, the premier bedroom, is your goddess space, your bedroom. So have a quick look around about the lighting. Maybe there has been a conflict going on about one reading in bed and keeping the other one awake, or some kind of a situation, we shall say, that has arisen recently in that particular bedroom. And understand, dearest, that when it is a joint space, there needs to be the consideration of the other person. So that friction is not being fed, shall we say. The fire energy, if there is too much lighting, can add to that friction. The windows and doors came up. And again, that is all in context for the one particular space that we are seeing at times, and both of these amazing ladies are wearing snowflakes today. That snow reflects the light outside. So even though it may seem very dark, it is actually being reflected, and that light is being enhanced and magnified because of that snow. So it is possible it may not be dark enough in that space for one to sleep. Again, adding to the restlessness, which adds to a little bit of stress, adds to a little bit of anxiety, and adds to a little bit more of that friction. And we have this vessel's knuckles constantly going like this. That is what we are sensing that is happening in a bedroom in your space, Catherine. It may or may not be your goddess bedroom, but we have a sense that it also may be, not to put any particular person on the spot. So just to reiterate, look at your space. Ensure that the lighting is appropriate. Maybe your eyes are being stressed. This vessel likes to relax at night and likes very dim lights. That is not conducive to reading, for it is putting more strain on your eyes. Do you see what we say, dearest? Do you see what we say? I want to total the numbers. 6 and 30 is 9, and 40 is a 13, which is a 4. This also leads back to your foundation, and your foundation is the rest that your physical structures need on a consistent basis. So look at how you are sleeping, how it is turning out for you, checking your goddess room, dearest Catherine. Now on to the Janet. Janet, your cards that came up were number 42, garage, number 26, family room, and number 19, ceilings. This is a very interesting combination of cards we see here together. And at the same time, we hear that the family room and the garage are both inundated to the ceiling, almost, is the reiteration that we're hearing and seeing. Is it possible that some of this is seasonal stuff, or is it possible that both spaces have a little bit of clutter that needs to be dealt with? For in the family room, it is meant for living, not being inundated by stuff. There needs to be space to move, there needs to be space to breathe, and there needs to be space to accommodate those that you wish to have in that space. What is actually owning that space? And by that, we mean, for example, a couch that is so full of pillows and blankets, there's no room for the humans to sit there. So they choose to sit on the floor and pull the blankets down. Looking at your space in that context, dearest Janet. The garage, the same thing. Where these two live, they've had snow. Is your vehicle parked outside because the garage is so full you can't get in there? These are only questions you can answer, dearest. And in that garage, what is in there that doesn't belong at this moment? Is it all your possessions in that garage, or are you being a dumping ground for others in your family? That is also coming up. Now, where does the ceiling come in? Well, the ceiling comes in on those self-imposed ceilings. You feel like it's your obligation to do everything and be everything for everyone else. That, dearest Janet, is self-imposed. Give some thought to what you would like in this 2024 year, for this is an 8 year, which means abundance in all, abundance in things that you do not want, as well as abundance to the things that you do want. And setting that intention at the beginning of this year is extremely, extremely important, for it is going to manifest even quicker than you can possibly imagine. Now let us talk about the 4 and 2 equals 6. The 2 and 6 equals 8. So 6 and 8 together is 14 is a 5. Plus the 19, which is a 10. So 5 and 10 is 15, which equals a 6. There is that pregnancy with all these possibilities going on in your garage, the family room, and the self-imposed limitations. What do you choose, dearest Janet, to happen in 2024? Laying that foundation right at this time of year is of utmost importance. Namaste, ladies.
Okay, well, Barb, I have, oh, I have 3 cards that came out for you, and let's see, Barb, we have card number 41, secondary entrances, children's bedrooms, number 32, and feelings. Again, look at that. And Cheryl, Sheila has also joined us and would love a card reading. So if
Well,
you
you
want
know,
to maybe
we're
get those
already
ready for
at
Sheila.
we're already at 10 minutes to the top of the hour, and you
I
haven't
know,
done. Okay.
maybe even one. Anyway, so Barb, so what I'm picking up from these 3 cards for you is that there is no limit. The sky is the limit. Ceilings, right? So those self-imposed ceilings, those limitations that we put on ourselves. And so, you know what, make your goals, go back and look at your goals, whatever your intentions for 2024, and up them, vamp them up,
Up the
increase them.
ante.
Yeah, up the ante. That's right. Look at what you've written down or even what you've thought of, whatever you've intended, and then amplify it. Amplify it, because the energy of 2024 is definitely in our favor for expansion, for manifestation. And we're coming into the year of the wood dragon, and wood energy is about growth. It's about expansion. It's about, you know, taking your branches and reaching up to the sky. That's what the tree does, right? The tree reaches up to the sky. So that's a big one for you. And the secondary entrances is there may be somebody else knocking on another door. So again, don't be limited. Don't limit yourself, because there may be something else that has been knocking or is going to knock. Be open and be ready and look for it with your feng shui eyes. And if you are in your own home, if you have a habit of coming into your home through a secondary entrance through the garage, shift that energy. Every other day, come through the front entrance of your home. Or if it's the front entrance, you come in, go through the garage. Shift the energy a little bit. Get it circulating, get it moving, because it's going to help to attract and bring those opportunities in quicker, right? And then children's bedrooms came up because that is about some playful energy. Children is all about, you know, living in the moment, joyful expression, creativity. And maybe you have a space in your home that used to be a child's bedroom, you know, for when your daughter comes home twice a year. Maybe that space now needs to become something else to enhance or cultivate your creativity, that inner child, that inner spirit, that spark. So yeah, Barb, exciting things. That's what I got for you today. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm not going back into channel for Sheila, but we did get 3 cards for her.
Okay,
The
Sheila.
number 9 plants, number 27 home office, and number 3 is color. Holy doodle bugs, Sheila. What kind of condition is your home office in? Or where do you reside and would consider to be your home office? And what's happening in there, girl? that color, when we talk about color, that brings in that creative energy. So if it's a very monochromatic space and you're thinking in very black and white, I'm hearing you need to just infuse some energy, infuse some color into that space. And that could come in the form of plants. Anita already mentioned that it's the wood dragon year coming up. And wood, there's that plant energy again for growth, for inspiration, for reaching and expanding. Anita, what do you want to add to these? Because I'm hearing you have something to pipe in.
You know what? I'm thinking, Sheila, color is oh, I might be zipping out here. Just a minute. Can you hear
You're
me?
fine.
Okay, yeah,
Fine.
my screen was kind of lagging.
Oh.
Color, myself personally, I'm wearing some pink. A year ago, I didn't own a thing that was pink. My entire wardrobe was brown, black, beige,
Neutral. Very
brown,
neutral.
black, beige.
Gray.
And as I started to step into my own authenticity, my own power, you know what? Now I'm willing to be seen, because when we start to wear those vibrant colors, when we start to infuse some of those vibrant colors into our environment, whether it's this, right? The first thing that we see elementally is color.
Mhm.
That's the first thing that our mind, takes in that information and processes it. And so those vibrant colors, the reds, the pinks, the oranges, the colors of fire energy that you see in the sun or that you see in an actual fire, when we see them, it lifts our energy. And so I'm getting the message that you need to infuse some color into not only your personal environment, but also into that home environment to help elevate. Because, dear sister, you are amazing.
Mhm.
You have so many wonderful gifts to share. And this is the year that you get to step out, step onto more stages, step onto more platforms to really be seen. And you
Are
can
you willing to
definitely,
be seen?
yeah, you can definitely start doing that with some color.
Mhm.
Ooh, goosey bumps
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
Ooh.
I could hear that you had something to say it. Excellent. Okay, well, we were about a half an hour longer than we are. So we know for future reference, 2 people.
Oh, my clock says 9:56. We're right on time.
Oh, oh, geez. I'm because I was on at 9. I'm confused. So bad. My
Look at
bad.
that. We stretched
Darn.
time. My
We stretched
intention
it.
was that we could stretch time. Time
Good
is
job,
relative.
girl. Good job. We did
Yeah,
stretch time.
we did. We did it. Woohoo, woohoo. We can do that all the time. Yay.
Cool. Wow. Okay. I'm totally out to lunch today. Well, I'm not in my body yet at the moment, so that's probably part of it. But anyway, all is good. All is good. Okay. So hopefully those messages, ladies, were helpful to you. I'm sure there's a few comments in the chat. Anything you'd care to share, Anita? That
No, just, you know what? There's just some good ones. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. Have a beautiful week. Thank you. This was really good. Very interesting. Yeah. So all positive. Yeah.
perfect. Perfect. Love hearing that. Okay.
Mhm.
So, as we mentioned earlier, we are all in alignment, creating sacred spaces with Anita and Cheryl.
Mm,
Thank you for joining us live here on Facebook. And you can watch, I believe, all of our recordings here on Facebook, but everything is also on our YouTube channel.
mhm.
And I want to give a shout out to my partner here, Anita, for a second. She has been working so hard. We are on a new program or a new platform, shall we say, for all our courses, like the 21-day decluttering, like the vision quest that we're going to do. And it's called Zenler. And this has created a brand new opportunity for a massive learning growth. So this wood fire dragon that's next to me here, because the wood fire dragon is her year, has done an awful lot of growth in the last couple months, last month. And she is blossoming. I am so excited to see her wearing pink because it really shows her heart, and she puts her heart into everything.
Aw, thank you. I will receive that
Not a girl.
and land it right there. And yeah, if any of you are doing course creations, anything like that, reach out to Cheryl and I. We'll give you a link. I'll tell you what, we have participated in some other programs over the last couple of years, and I've done, the work. This is by far the most efficient, easiest platform support, price point, all of those things combined in one that I have ever had the privilege to work with. So reach out privately if you want some more information on that. Hey,
Yeah,
and look at that. We still have a minute by my clock. Wow, we can stretch that.
I love that. See how
Drum
quickly
roll.
things are no, that's just proof. Because I remember them saying something about how quickly we're going to manifest this year in this 8 year. So that's how quickly we manifested, stretching that hour. So understand for everybody, that's how quickly you're manifesting what's going
Well,
on
and
in
it's the
life.
power of intention,
Absolutely.
right? So I set the intention that we were going to stretch, we're going to have time for everybody, and we had time for everybody.
Mhm.
And again, it's reframing and creating some new neural pathways that says, I have plenty of time in my day to accomplish all my tasks, right? Time works in my favor. I'm always on time. I'm always, right? There's so many things that we can start to create with the word time.
Perfect. Thank you all for joining us.